I'm Enrique Alvarez-Clary. The season opener for Nebraska volleyball will have to wait a few extra hours as the Friday morning match between the Huskers and the Tulsa Golden Hurricane has been canceled in accordance with COVID-19 policies. Tulsa will no longer be taking part in the Husker Invitational, cutting down the Invitational to only 3 matches. Those 3 matches will include Nebraska, Kansas State, and Colgate, starting Friday at 11 a.m., with Kansas State taking on Colgate, followed by the originally scheduled match between Colgate and Nebraska at 6:30 p.m. that same day. Saturday, we'll see a matchup of old Big 12 foes as Kansas State and Nebraska match up at 4 p.m. Ticket holders will be refunded tickets and parking purchase for the Tulsa-Nebraska game at the end of the season. The Huskers match on Friday will be streamed on BTN+, while Saturdays will be live on Big Ten Network. The University of Nebraska announced its plans for face coverings at home athletic events today. The new mask mandate will run through September 30th and will affect athletic events differently according to the venues. For football games in Memorial Stadium, masks must be worn inside elevators, in the hallways of the concourse for suites, inside the indoor portions of club seating, and inside the press boxes. Masks will not be required but are strongly recommended upon entry, in the concourses, lobbies, and in the outdoor seating areas. For volleyball matches inside the Devaney Sports Complex, fans and workers will be required to wear masks. And inside the Barbara Hibner Soccer Stadium, masks are not required but are strongly recommended for all in attendance. More details will be provided for other athletic teams and venues when their seasons begin later this fall. And for all the latest sports news and updates, keep it tuned right here to 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's time to go one-on-one with DP. Coming at you live from the Koppel Chevrolet GMC studios. Here is your host, Derek Pearson, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Happy Thursday, everybody. We're live from the Mercado, 84th and Havelock. I'm here with Jake Sorensen. We'll get through the first segment together. Today's specials, lots going on. They're prepping you for your tailgate, your pregame, and your after party. Today's specials, 15% off burgers and hot dogs only. It means no brats, no sausage. Can't go outside the lane. Burgers and hot dogs only, but 15% off, but only if you mention the ticket when you check out. Right? So they've also got Steakhouse Blend burgers. Nice.
Delicious.
Get yourself tailgate and watch party ready with certified Piedmontese and the Mercado. Also, remember this. We've got show on show. Jake and I will go one-on-one. Then Jay Foreman will join us. We'll also have Barry Thompson, the coach, on, and he will break down all the things that we need to know, all the things that they need to do for Adrian Martinez to be productive and winning.
That's the key.
Winning. Like, we don't need him to have a bunch of numbers and not have the win. The win's the thing. Bring in Jake Sorensen. Listen, kind sir, first of all, thank you for doing this. I wish the folks, I hope you post the picture.
I'm doing it right now, so I'm multitasking.
So imagine we're set up here at the entrance at the Mercado, and we're all set up, and in walks another station, nameless, less than.
A similar station, just to say that.
Right?
But
and
kind of similar.
And it had a bit of the Anchorman vibe where all the anchors meet in the parking lot.
That's right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Except for they looked at us and went, oh, boy, we weren't expecting this.
They're already here.
We weren't expecting.
How'd that happen?
We weren't expecting you guys. And then Jake and I did a total flex. You want to know how we rolled it? In my bag, I had a signed 95 national championship jersey that we pulled out and hung over the table.
It's there.
It's
picture's going out shortly.
Yeah, the picture's going out. It was a total boss move. Like, Jake, let's stretch it out.
Well, isn't all you do, DP, is total boss moves? That's pretty much your life.
Well, but see, some will take that as showing off. I said, no, it was a statement of fact. This is how we roll. This is what we do. I'm sorry you came here on our day trying to sell you a little way, but
You're on our turf right now.
it was a turf war.
This is what happens when you enter the turf of someone else. The battle begins and the bragging starts.
Oh, we did a little Jets and Sharks. You know, I had my pen in my hand, and I kind of went like they would do with the knives.
Yes.
And I was just going hand to hand, like da, 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 da. Like I was looking for music behind it,
Yes.
just to let them know. What are you doing here?
Well, just know the picture DP is officially out on Facebook and Twitter as I multitask
We
to
totally
start the
flexed.
show.
We totally
Yeah,
flexed.
well, you flex when you can.
We totally flexed. Like normally I just like they walked through pretty quickly.
They said, "Hey guys,"
But it was
like,
like,
"What's up?"
Oh,
With the wry
Oh.
smile.
oh, it's like every scene from the movie where
Yes.
somebody's going into a bar to take their shot at somebody, and then they see them with the hot chick, and you just go, "Oh,
Mm.
I got no shot."
Yep.
Like I get no shot. I got no shot.
I've never been the hot chick before.
You've always been the hot chick.
think
You
so?
just didn't know you were the hot
Oh,
chick.
see, I'm just the one that didn't know that.
Like you
All
were
right.
you were the hot chick that didn't know you the hot chick, and then like later in the movie, like they would have put you with your glasses on,
Yeah.
and then had you in like loose sweats,
Okay.
and then they would have you'd have got challenged to a golf match by the evil
Mhm.
rich kid,
Okay.
right? And then he's like, "Oh, there's no way Jake Sorensen can beat me. Like, there's no way." And then you show up, and you take the glasses off, and you got on shades, you got on the wicket visor.
I like this
You
visual.
got on your golf tights, right? You're flexing, and then he's
Where
like,
did that come from?
right? Like he's like, wait a minute, that's not the guy I was picking on. That's not the guy. And he goes, it's the scene from a movie. And he goes, uh-oh. We're happy goes, uh-oh.
Yeah. Happy learned how to putt.
Happy learned how to putt, and that's what it was. They were like, Jake didn't even know, so now you know.
Thank you.
Swagger on.
I intend to, DP. I'll swagger on with you, my man.
Let's get through. You can follow us on Facebook. You can see the Sartor Heyman live video stream. You can follow us on Facebook at 93.7 The Ticket FM. You can follow us on YouTube. The same. You can follow us on Twitch as well. Add to your commentary. You can add conversation via the Sartor Heyman text line, 464-5685. You can call the Honda of Lincoln hotline if you will. If you would, if you have something to say, something to add. And here's where I am today. I've been pretty low-key about Saturday's game. But I went deep into the playbook last night. And that's a tough place to go.
Okay.
On a Thursday night before game one, right? Don't go in. Don't go in. Because no matter what you go in for, you're going to come out with something else. Here's what I came up with, Jake, that Adrian Martinez, if Adrian Martinez is the best player on the field Saturday, the Huskers win by three scores.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's probably valid. I mean, look at what Adrian's done in his career to Illinois. Even last year, it's I think people think about that game and you're amazed that obviously he hadn't played well in the season leading up to that, but that's a team that could have been a get-right game for Adrian. And late in the game, he did play well. It was already over at that point, but that's one I think if you're Scott Frost and this team, I'm not sure you win the game if Adrian starts, but man, you have a better shot of not having 5 turnovers, including the first play of the game, and you feel better about your chances of moving the ball better down the field. So I'm with you, DP. If he is the best, to reiterate, if he is the best player on the field on Saturday, Nebraska can win by 3 touchdowns.
If he's the best player, and here's what led to that.
Okay.
Was that if there's offensive line success, if they are moving that front 3 or 4, whatever they walk up into, if they get that win, then what else is allowed is Adrian gets an easier read on the zone read. He'll take less big hits on the zone read. Whether they go inside zone read, outside zone read, it won't really matter because it means he's getting a win. And the guy that has to win Saturday for Adrian Martinez to have success is Cam Jurgens.
Mm-hmm.
That if I'm going to scheme against Illinois' offense, if Jurgens wins in the middle, that means the dive is effective. They've got to be true to it. Illinois has to defend it. If Jurgens wins, the dive is an option, which means they have to help from outside. If they help out from outside and have to peek inside to see Huskers on a dive play, Adrian has a much simpler read on the zone read. He's one-on-one with a pent-up lineman or linebacker who's not getting any work. And then it's Adrian one-on-one on the edge and whoever running back one is one-on-one with a safety trying to come downhill. Because we know we've got big receivers outside that can block. But to scheme as simple as that if Nebraska decides point of impact, we're going to win with Cam Jurgens and Adrian Martinez on a smart read. If Jurgens is winning, just watch the middle of the field and watch everything else open up.
Well, when Jurgens is on, DP, man, we've seen it. Obviously, the issue with him has been the snaps have kind of held him back, the shotgun snaps, and that's what people always look to. But when he's on and he has a good snap, he can straight up push people.
Yeah.
He plows. And when your center is doing that, think about what that does for Piper and Sichterman and your tackles, whether it's Corcoran or Banks left tackle, just with the injury to Corcoran and Benhart at right tackle. If your center, you're seeing him push a guy 4 or 5 yards back and winning the leverage battle there, yeah, watch out. And that's the dream. I mean, this program, the fans want to run the ball effectively. I mean, the spread run, can have success, but this program has been very successful in the power run game for decades.
Write it down. I need 30-plus carries. I need 30-plus rushes. And I don't care how you spread them out. I don't. Not for game one. In any other case, I'd be worried, right? If we go into it against Fordham and Adrian has to carry 18 times, Adrian better have 300 yards rushing because it means they just can't get to him on the edge. But against Illinois, who likes to think that their second-level linebackers are better than they really are, well, if I can get Banks top level against a linebacker,
right?
I don't care what all-conference linebacker they have, it's wins Huskers. That only happens if Jurgens is dominant in the middle. On either side, doesn't matter which way you go, if Jurgens wins, if he gets his pat ball side, it's going to allow the Huskers to go man up. You're going to have tight ends that get to second level, and we know that the big Husker tight ends can get upfield, and the big receivers on the outside, advantage. I mean, because all they're doing is shielding. They don't even have to make a full block. They just need to get their tails inside. So whoever it is that's running has an advantage. And then Jake Sorensen. Then we get into the play action. Because that dive, which gets folks in run commit, Adrian pulls and gets into his lane. He's got receivers who can get open in space. He's got tight ends who will be open directly within the hash in his face. Jake, that's the Adrian Martinez you want to look for.
Well, and Scott Frost said recently, he said, the key to success this year, it starts with the black shirts, it starts with the pipeline. Both of those, I mean, obviously there's other things that are on top of that. But if you want to have this team take the next step, you believe you have depth on defense. You think I got a couple deep in every position, they think. And the offensive line, I mean, Jurgens sets the tone. He does. And if he's pushing guys around, then I think you see the confidence from the other guys to push people around and dominate a defensive line. And imagine, DP, if that's the first game. If you see the O-line set the tone, winning more than losing, opening up holes, pushing Illinois around. Imagine what that does for the confidence. This isn't a Fordham in the first game. This isn't your typical Sun Belt team or FCS team. You're playing
cupcake.
Yeah. You're playing a
Cupcake.
Big Ten team. You're not a great Big Ten team, but you're playing a Big Ten team. And if you were able to, to establish your dominance in the trenches, that just opens up your belief and confidence that this group desperately needs. And that would do wonders for them this season.
What's required for them to do all the things that they want to do, that they've game planned, and the best way to attack Illinois, up the middle to hold linebackers in space. And then, if you hold linebackers to their lanes and to their natural drops, you've got Toure in a slot, probably on a third defender, a third-level defensive back. Not cornerback 1, not cornerback 2, cornerback 3. Third best cover corner is in the slot for Toure, right in front of Adrian Martinez.
Right.
Option routes to death.
Yep.
Simple catch and throw. Bat snap or not, you can get that through. You can get that throw out. But here's what happens when you put Toure in the slot. Oliver Martin, Omar Manning, Xavier Betts are outside in single. And I think I'm speaking for you when I say this.
Okay.
We like the Nebraska receivers one-on-one against Illinois' DB.
I think I do. I mean, again, there's a lot of returning starters, but that's a defense that, just besides the Nebraska game, was terrible to end last year. They got blown out. The offense fell apart. The defense fell apart, and Lovie Smith's gone because of that. And I think Brett Bielema brings in Ryan Walters, new defensive coordinator from Missouri, who I think they're high on, they're optimistic about. But you're talking about the very first game. They're going to have some issues with what they've been running in camp to what's in the first game. I think about Nebraska, DP, and you weren't here yet, but in Mike Riley's first season, midway through the season, when Nebraska had an embarrassing loss at at that time, lowly Purdue team on Halloween Day.
What?
Yeah.
What?
2015.
That didn't happen. You're making it up. You're making that up. You're making that up.
Midway through the season, in the postgame, you said you had half the guys running the Mark Banker defense and half the guys running the Bo Pelini defense from the previous year.
I'm going to need film. Text line, you're going to have to verify and confirm what Jake just said, because there's zero chance Nebraska lost to Purdue.
I hate to say it. That was a disgusting 55-45 loss that really wasn't even that close.
Wait. See, not only are you going to compound, you're going to lie to me, then you're going to compound the lie by saying 55 points were scored.
I'm going to give you a fake score. Yeah.
55 points.
Yep. That was bad.
Did that match what Purdue scored the rest of the season?
It's a good chance.
Yeah, I'm
just a very strong chance.
Okay. I can understand why folks are bitter.
Yeah.
I understand why
disturbing day on the football field in West Lafayette.
I'm going to ask the question then. Who's receiver 1? Who's the guy that's going to lead the Huskers in pass receiving Saturday?
Well, I think there's obviously a variety of guys that could contend for that, but I think that a guy you mentioned earlier, DP, I think Samori Toure is going to be the guy that in the slants, or if he can get on the outside and establish themselves, if that's someone who can win his battles more often than not and becomes a favorite target of Adrian, then I think that's a good thing for everybody. I think Oliver Martin could be a sneaky pick for that, for your top target, your
most
top
catches,
receiver.
but maybe not the most yards.
Sure, yeah, and I'm really curious for both reasons. Number one for Martinez, number two for receiver. Do you have a guy that can win the deep ball? I think people are excited about Omar Manning. Let's see if he can contribute and see if he's going to be there and can help out the team consistently. And if he's not, then can Oliver Martin win a deep ball? Can he get you a 40-yard pass? Can Adrian can Adrian deliver it accurately? Is another question.
I don't have much doubt about Adrian's accuracy. Not at this point. Anything other than the flat. I mean, the throw to the flat is kind of his Achilles heel. But the rest of it, deep ball with Toure off the slot against the safety or number 3 corner. Toure in the outer third is a problem. Like, he's a problem. It's just exceptional. Also, the fact that Austin Allen will be able to run by linebackers and get to safeties. And then safeties are going to come out and either have to make the play and put them on the ground, but no. No.
I really feel like I'm hoping that Austin Allen and Travis Vokolek, I think those guys are really good players. I'm not going to say they're exceptional all Big Ten players. I think they could be very, very good and potentially next level players, but they have to get their volume up. And DP, this is a team that has historically underused the tight end. It's not just Frost. It goes to Riley. It goes to Bo. They've had some talented players and just have not thrown them the ball enough. And I think you got a 6'8" or 6'9" guy in Allen. Vokalek's talented. You got to make those guys a part of the offense every game.
But what is that? Because the easiest throw in all of football, the very first pass pattern that a quarterback learns is the tight end pop pass, where he just catches, he takes the snap, stands up. He's got a big tight end that's standing like right in front of him. He makes a short throw, hits him. If you've got a good tight end, he drops a shoulder and knocks down some kid he outweighs by 15 pounds. Why is this difficult? Why is have we reached the vortex? Is this the matrix where Lincoln, Nebraska is the only place where tight ends aren't allowed to be pass catchers?
I don't know. I mean, you look across the border, you see Iowa's had several NFL tight ends. They had a year recently where they had 2 first-round picks, Noah Fant, TJ Hawkinson. I mean, CJ Fedorowicz has been an Iowa player in the NFL. They never have the most exceptional receivers. In fact, they're usually, to me, underwhelming at receiver, but you could say maybe plod along with the offense. It's not sexy. It's not anything that's going to be, it's going to make you get to your TV and watch how flashy they are. But you know what it is? It's consistent. It's reliable. And when it's 3rd and 5, you know damn well who's getting that ball. And also in the red zone, 3rd and goal, who's it going to? It's going to a tight end, and they're going to score.
We're both straight hetero married men.
That's right.
But I think it's fair to say that both Austin Allen and Travis Vokalek are sexy as hell. Like at tight end, look, that's sexy. When you've got 2 big tight ends who can block, can handle Big Ten defensive ends, and can handle Big Ten outside linebackers, can get downhill on an inside linebacker and put him to shame and embarrass him in front of his girlfriend, can chase Big Ten safeties out of the tackle zone. Like we understand, like it's fair to say, right? They're sexy. Nebraska, we can say it, embrace it. Nebraska tight ends are sexy. And chicks dig tight ends, man. They do. So I'm just going to say, if you're listening, Adrian, those 2 big dudes, two big, get sexy on Saturday. Get sexy. I need those 2 to be active.
Well, I was excited because last year I felt the same way. I said Nebraska just has to get the ball to the tight ends. And early on, Jack Stoll in the first game against Ohio State, they ran set plays, and he was getting open. He said, praise the Lord. They did it. They're doing it.
And then
Stoll got hurt. And then after that, you saw Allen play well against Iowa a little bit. Nothing, he had a couple nice catches, but they didn't get him the ball as much as he was open. And they made, the Northwestern game, they had the weird play where they were rolling and Adrian throws a triple coverage down the field at Island, which was bizarre. They forced that one?
Did we give Adrian the colorblind test that's been going around for quarterbacks? Because maybe that's it.
If they haven't, they probably should.
Okay.
You want to go do it yourself?
Yeah, I think.
Fish it up for him?
Because it seems to be a thing. Look, the easiest throw, I'll say it, any quarterback that I've ever had, the easiest things, the easiest throws, and the easiest concepts for me to put together were tight ends down the lane, up the seam, and then tight ends on a mesh route. If I had 2 big tight ends who could run the mesh route, cross up defensive linebackers, and make them have to make a decision. What I don't want are for Illinois linebackers to be able to plant their feet and be a nuisance. I need for them uncomfortable. I need for them to have their heads on a swivel. And I think that the 2 Nebraska tight ends, and again, you could add Hickman to the conversation, but Nebraska has options at tight end, and hopefully they use them. I want to go to the text line because somebody asked me a question, and we'll get out of the segment and then come back. And Jake, I'm going to keep you here.
All right.
Somebody from the text line says, DP, thank you for your time. And as an outsider, what were your thoughts on Tom Osborne in Nebraska in the 80s and 90s? Just curious to hear from college football fans from all over the country. Thank you. I can tell you this. In D.C., we got the Huskers probably 4 or 5 times a year. Like, Johnny the Jet Rogers I was a kick returner. That's who I wanted to be, and it made sense. And like I had a couple of heroes back then. Larry Brown from Washington, Johnny the Jet Rogers, Chuck Foreman. Like those are the three guys that, as a player, that's how I wanted to get down. Tom Osborne was a legend, is a legend. He was the stone face of authority and confidence and security on my TV on those Saturdays. There was no doubt. There was no question. He was in control. He had a plan. He had a backup plan, and he had talent. And that's the Nebraska. Look, I knew about Memorial before I could ever even dream about being here. All of this for me is pretty exceptional to be here. I'll say that as simple as I could say it. Jake, I'm going to ask you to read that, and I'm going to scroll up here, and we'll get out of the segment.
We are live at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. DP, that is at 84th and Havelock. We're inside, staring right into the butcher shop over there. We can see all the good meats. They got all sorts of good stuff. Yeah, everything.
Food.
And today's specials, 15% off burgers and hot dogs only if you mention the ticket when you check out. They got Steakhouse blend burgers, which are incredible. Those are in the trays. And also, we're thinking about this. We got football in 2 days. You better come here to get your meat for your tailgate and watch parties with Certified Piedmontese and the Mercado. And by the way, just quick plug also, we'll have Jay here for Old School here in a little bit too. But tonight, that ain't it. We're not done with programming tonight.
Nope.
We got Connor Happer, our man Connor Happer, host of Happer and Schaefer, 8 to 11. He is sticking around for high school football tonight, our kickoff of the season for high school football. Lincoln East, Lincoln Pius, the 10th high school football at 7 o'clock. Nice. Seacrest Field, 70th and A. They call that, DP, the battle for 70th and A. They're both in the same area.
Okay.
Because Pius is at like 60th and A. Lincoln East is.
Who am I wagering my glass of water on?
I'm going to say East.
Okay.
That's my guess.
Okay. If somebody asks for points, what should I look for?
6.5.
Okay. All right.
That's just a guess. I might be wrong.
All right.
I'm not the expert in high school sports.
I'm with you.
I know Nick, his studio is upset. He's a Pius graduate. Didn't like my comment.
He's a Pius baseball guy.
Yes. Well, he's still a Pius high school guy.
He didn't play. He didn't put the pads on. What catcher doesn't play middle linebacker?
Yeah.
Or center?
Well,
how does that even happen?
Yeah. I don't think Nick's a big football player.
Right.
I don't see that in him.
Come on.
But that again, 7 o'clock tonight, Seacrest Field here on 93.7. The Ticket, also online at theticketfm.com. Happer on the call for Lincoln East, Lincoln Pius, the 10th, our first high school football game
of
the season. He's at Norris tomorrow.
Let's go. We'll throw it to break. More one-on-one with Jake Sorensen after the break.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store. You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. 93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Another scorcher on the way for our Thursday. We'll see a heat advisory in effect this afternoon. We'll top out near 98. It will feel closer to 105 at times. South winds at around 15. We'll see a low tonight down to around 76. We will stay rather warm tomorrow with a high of 96. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The dangers of secondhand smoke are well known. But what about secondhand aerosol, which is created when using e-cigarettes? Science already shows a secondhand aerosol can contain nicotine, heavy metals, and cancer-causing agents. Eliminating exposure to secondhand aerosol is an important step to keeping everyone safe. Breathe easier knowing the facts.
For help quitting, call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Where will you go next? The Southeast Community College Fall 2021 Continuing Education schedule of classes is arriving in your mailbox. Learn CPR and first aid, or choose a path in trades and industrial technology like automotive or welding, or computers and technology like social media and web development and design, or 19 pages of personal interest classes like making door signs or woodworking. The entire schedule is online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
Right now, Allstate has almost as many ways to save as there are types of music. Save for being a new customer. Save more for adding DriveWise. And save even more for driving safely. Visit Allstate.com or contact your local agent to get a quote. Find out how much you can save today. Allstate. Now that should be music to your ears.
Not available in every state. New customer savings based on early signing discount. Drive-bys is an optional feature. Savings vary based on how you buy. Subject to terms and conditions. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Northbrook, Illinois.
When everything is changing, you need a store that's a constant. A store that has the brands your family loves and the value that you need. A store where you can stock up, pick up, and drive up. A store that's close to home and feels like home. A store that puts the health and safety of you and your family above all else. And a store that's always here to help. At Kohl's, we don't know what next year will look like. We just know that we'll be here for you no matter what. Kohl's, here today, here to stay. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
At Koppel, you can shop online for the most affordable crossovers, SUVs, cars, and trucks. They have new Chevrolet and GMC or used inventory, all at your fingertips. Hi, I'm Sean Callahan, and before I got my car at Koppel, I shopped online at koppelcars.com. I found a vehicle I liked, then I drove that money-saving mile to Koppel in Louisville. You should too. It was just minutes from I-80 or at koppelcars.com.
The decision to replace your air conditioner will save or waste money for 15 to 20 years. Bryant offers some of the most efficient ACs available, up to 26 year. Schedule your free estimate at BryantLincoln.com.
The Mercado by Certified Piedmontese Beef is Lincoln's newest full-service butcher shop, offering premium fresh-cut steaks and house-made sausages daily from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. They exclusively carry certified Piedmontese beef raised right here in Nebraska. When shopping at the Mercado, you're not only supporting local, but also enjoying the official beef of Nebraska Athletics. With prime-grade tenderness and unparalleled nutritionals, your backyard barbecue is about to get a serious upgrade. Stop into the Mercado today, located off 84th and Havelock in Lincoln.
Dancing at weddings, walking the dog, playing with grandchildren. These are the small moments that make life great. They're also the moments that chronic pain steals from us. Don't let chronic pain stop you or a loved one from living life. At MD Pain, we wrote the book on effective, ethical pain management. We offer the most up-to-date treatments from Nebraska's leading physicians. Don't let pain stand in your way. Call MD Pain.
You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're at the Mercado, and your pregame goodies are here. Like, don't have to think about it. 15% off the burgers and the hot dogs. Now, they were nice. They couldn't let you do that with the sausages and the brats. And I have to honestly say, the Mercado has the best brats. Like,
oh yeah,
there's a thing in my family where if Grandma made a really good meal, we would wait until she left, and then we would all curse. Like, all the kids were like, "Can you believe this? This is incredible." We came here and got brats, and I literally just stood in my, like, I didn't even sit down. I just stood over the stove eating it and just mumble cursing to myself. Like, this is unfair. This is not good. This is crazy.
Yeah, that's my reaction to most things here, DP. Brats are one thing. I mean, my wife and I, we get sirloins, we get all Denver steaks, we get ribeyes, and we have never been disappointed ever.
They had a blue cheese burger that we took and put on the grill at home. Those were fantastic. The beef bacon, the any bacon from here, it's a cheat code. Like, he goes, like, we're going to make you a burger and we're going to put some of this bacon on. I'm like, well, first of all, you're going to take me to heaven and then show me your angel wings?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, what the heck?
Like, right, really? Like, the burger or the bacon would be enough for me to drive out here. You're going to put them both on the burger. That's like Adrian Martinez throwing for 400 and Gabe Irving running for 200,
Oh, yeah.
and both Toure and Omar Manning having 2 touchdowns.
And the defense having like 7
Right, like
sacks.
that's how good the
that sounds
Bacon Burger.
heavenly.
Yeah, like that's
That's
how
a great comparison.
Well, this is what I do.
Can you get both those things in 3 days? It's a 3 day span. Today, that
I
on
think
Saturday?
I can, but I think what will happen is God will say, "I'm going to give you that, but you're going to have to gain 5 pounds."
Yep. Well, you know,
which
you can't win them all.
Which I would be willing to accept. Like literally, go ahead and give me the 5. Text line, let me know if I'm wrong. Would you give up? Would you allow 5 pounds gained for a Husker win on Saturday? How much weight would you gain for one win against Illinois?
I think they might be willing to bet put more weight on for like an Ohio State win or Oklahoma.
More weight for a 3-0 start.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So for 3-0, Jake, God walks in and goes, Jake. He does it in his God voice.
Here come your
He
thunder
goes,
thugs.
Jake, you can have, but you must give. I will give you 3-0, but I need to put some weight on.
Put 10. Any more than that?
We said 15.
Well, okay, 15 goes to Oklahoma. 20 if you beat Oklahoma. If you're 4-0 with Oklahoma win, I'll put 20 pounds on.
20 for Oklahoma.
Can
How
it be
much
muscle,
for 20? How much for Ohio State?
Just one game. So I'm putting in 4-0 with Oklahoma. That's 20 pounds, but Ohio State cannot be 20 pounds by itself. You got to like package that with something to give me 20 pounds on.
Would it be 20 plus 20 if they were 4-1 and you could beat Ohio State?
I think about
what
that.
if you were 4-0 and you could beat Ohio State? How much weight would
Here's
you
my
put on?
question. I'd have to ask God this when he's doing this.
Uh-huh.
Would he be supplying me with the clothes that I could wear? So I would have to go buy a whole new
Husker
wardrobe.
sweats. It's
Okay,
Husker
I'm
sweats.
just wearing,
Husker sweats, man. I'm going full pandemic wardrobe at home.
Okay.
Like it's just like
All right.
nobody's gonna know. Nobody's
Yeah,
gonna care.
I might do that.
I think so. Lemon says he gained 5 pounds from beer in a lot of their losses, so he would definitely do 5 pounds for a win. Somebody said they gain 50 pounds for a 4-0 start. Jake, 4-0 start, man.
Pounds. See, I don't
4-0
know
start.
if it's worth 50.
Claytonia John said, give me 20 pounds. He goes, it'll be 220, but so what?
Screw it.
Yeah.
I think 20 pounds is valid for a 4-0 start. 10 is valid for 3-0.
Okay.
Am I being too light on that?
I think it's important to go 3-0. Like it's
Oh, it
almost
is.
as important to go
10 pounds
3-0 as it is 4, right? Like I think, like you can't get to 4 unless you get 3 first. So 10, let's say, 10 pounds to get you to 3-0, and then another 10 pounds to beat Oklahoma. So you'll have 20. You'll be plus 20 pounds.
Yeah, that's fine. I accept.
And then, right? And then 20 pounds. You have to gain 20 pounds to get a win against Ohio State.
As long as within those 40 pounds I've gained, I'm guaranteed that I got one more win to get to a bowl game. Like I'm not gaining those 40 if I'm going 5-7 with with a win over Oklahoma and Ohio State.
But if you win those, you're going to a bowl game. You're going to the game. Matter of fact, you're going to a bowl game. You're not going to the
All right.
Pinstripe Bowl.
You're
right?
going to a good bowl.
Like you're going somewhere nice.
Okay.
Right? To do that, how much for a win over Iowa?
Well, I've already gained 40 pounds at this point. Am I going the full fit? So if I beat Iowa and Wisconsin, is it just another 10 pounds? Am I just kidding? I'm willing to gain 50 pounds for this football season.
If you get the 40 from the 4-0 and the 20 from Ohio State, you can't then not throw extra poundage in place.
You've already given up.
Right? Like you can't quit now. Like look, the Huskers deserve this. Like you can't then go lose to Wisconsin or Michigan.
I'm gonna
but
say
I was the one, right? I was the rivalry, right? Or no?
Yeah, well, they are. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Yeah. So if Nebraska went like 10-2, but they beat Ohio State and Oklahoma in that, and they beat one of Iowa or Wisconsin, I think that's worth 50 pounds.
I think we should work this out somehow that we will have a burger a week a burger a week from the Mercado, that you have to eat the burger extra after every win.
Well, I want to do that though.
Well, but this is how this is going to go
So
down.
this helps. So I'm going to enjoy it. It's not okay. So it's not like I'm just like put 50 pounds on. I get to enjoy the
You
food
get to
that
enjoy
gets me
it.
there.
Well, you get to enjoy the games and the community, and then you get to eat as well.
Yeah.
Nick, sir, kind sir.
What's up?
What would you be willing to? What kind of weight would you be willing to put on if the Huskers can go 3-0?
3-0.
3-0.
I would
There's different
take
levels here.
I would put on 10 pounds.
Okay,
That's what I said.
and then at 3-0, God calls you back and says, "Hey, Nicky boy, guess what?" Nicky, God has a hair.
That's
right?
how he calls him,
Yeah,
Nicky boy.
Nicky boy.
God calls him Nicky
No,
boy.
God calls him boy the kid. That's how it comes
Dr.
from.
Fauci.
He goes, "Hey, Fauci." He goes, "Hey, Oklahoma, a win over Oklahoma's on the table, but you got to put some poundage on. It'll make you 4-0.
You've already gained 10 for the first
gained
3
10.
games.
Yeah,
What are you putting on now?
I wouldn't put anything on.
What?
I
For
would just
Oklahoma?
Yeah, I would be like, for a competitive game, I'll put on 2 pounds. If
So
for a
selfish.
competitive
That is so
for a
selfish.
competitive game
Boo. That
and
is
a
so
Nebraska loss,
selfish.
we'll go 2 pounds.
Boo that man.
Yeah, I am.
Boo that man. That is
Bad
selfish.
take, Nick.
That is selfish. You want these guys to go out and concuss themselves and make sacrifices
Gee,
and
buddy.
sweat, and you won't add 2 pounds? Are
No,
you
I will.
kidding me?
If 2 pounds constitutes a Huskers win, then I'll go and do that.
But it's 10. It's because it's Oklahoma.
This is a number.
So you're
number
saying
3 team.
so you're
DP.
saying
All
an Oklahoma win will equal as much as a 3-0 start.
I'm saying
Yeah. Yes.
for this town,
I think
yes.
so. I think so.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Nick.
So,
I agree with
so
that.
I guess give me 15 pounds for a 4-0 start.
Okay. And
Yeah,
then,
I get
so
the
since
point.
you're there,
Mhm.
you're 4-0. We're going to, because God's a giving God, he's going to give you Michigan State, right? He's gonna, like, I don't even
5-0
need,
now.
like, matter of
Yeah.
fact, he goes, I'll let you eat a pizza and not gain weight after that. But what would you put in for a win over Ohio State?
Oh, I'll do another 10. So we're up to 25.
25, and you've got at least 6 wins.
Yeah,
So
that's
you're going
bold.
bowling, and you got 2 big wins.
Okay, so
Two.
then, but then he says, without you knowing what the rest of the schedule looks like,
Mhm.
we need to do something about Iowa the final week. The pressure, because remember, this could be a difference maker. Nick, how much weight would you be willing to pull on to guarantee a win against Iowa?
15.
What?
You are so backwards. Like
I
he
don't
was.
understand. He's going to put more to beat Iowa than Oklahoma. Now I know you've lost 6 straight to Iowa.
Well, no,
but
it just means more.
you said
as
5
a
pounds
big,
for Oklahoma.
a Big 10.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
This is so good.
This is
so good.
You have
just
to
think
understand,
you're so
though. I'm
backwards,
not
Nick.
I'm not the lightest guy in the world already. So if I'm thinking I'm adding this much more,
Like, but
I'm not
nobody-
looking forward to that.
Like, look, this is the one I would look at my wife and go, "Hey, look, look, there are things that we need to do."
If it's all muscle, I'm putting on 30.
Right? Like I didn't put we didn't put a disclaimer on we
what
didn't
the
say
weight
it could be
looks
what-
like.
It could be right. It could be whatever you want.
By all
Okay.
means, I'll gain 70 pounds of muscle for a win over Oklahoma.
Okay.
Hey,
all right.
there was a good text, DP.
Yeah.
One says, Jake, if you gain 50 pounds, you only got to lose 35 because you'll have 15 pounds of muscle
From having
added from carrying the extra 50.
get him.
See, Nick? View it that
Get
way.
him. Get him.
I will. I didn't know we could take into account the
see,
growing
you-
muscle.
Dive in all the way. All right, we'll throw it to break. That's a good
Disappointing.
place to put a pen. I didn't mean to go into fatty, fatty,
Yeah, I liked
fatty
it,
for
though.
the natty.
I liked it.
Fatty for the natty.
I
It's,
liked
this is how it came up. How much would you be willing to gain to the Huskers to win a national title? I think everybody knows. Somebody said I'd cut off a finger for a natty, but we're gonna just go a fatty for a natty. Let's do that. Hey, we're live at the Mercado. More. We'll close out this hour after the break.
Watch live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. You're listening to One on One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The decision to replace your air conditioner will save or waste money for 15 to 20 years. Bryant offers some of the most efficient ACs available, up to 26 year. Schedule your free estimate at BryantLincoln.com.
At Koppel, you can shop online for the most affordable crossovers, SUVs, cars, and trucks. They have new Chevrolet and GMC or used inventory, all at your fingertips. Hi, I'm Sean Callahan, and before I got my car at Koppel, I shopped online at koppelcars.com. I found a vehicle I liked, then I drove that money-saving mile to Koppel in Louisville. You should too. It was just minutes from I-80 or at koppelcars.com.
Now that Ken Richards has purchased Broker's Agency, he and his professional staff will continue to provide their clients with the same excellent service under the Broker's Insurance Agency name. Broker's Insurance Agency works with more than 15 companies to help find the best policy for you to avoid any long hassles. Also, if you're looking to get into the insurance business as an independent agent, they have the formula to make that process smooth and successful. Call Ken with Broker's Insurance Agency today at 402-420-5353 or visit brokersinsurancene.com.
Hi, Andy Neal of Cartridge World. We are not a big box store that sells everything and specializes in nothing. Cartridge World is your local expert when it comes to streamlining office printing and scanning. No big box can match our proven no-cost lease program. We customize solutions that supply you with multifunction printers and all the required service just for buying Cartridge World ink and toner at a 30% savings. Call for a no-cost consultation, 464-3455, or go online to cartridgeworld.com.
Experience an increased body fat, low sex drive, lack of energy, or general fatigue? Vitalize Health offers testosterone replacement therapy and peptide therapy to boost hormone levels and build muscle mass. Call Vitalize Health today at 402-413-0717 or go online to vitalizehealthne.com.
So Planet Fitness is only $10 a month with no commitment. Pretty sweet. That's $10 a month to be in a thumbs up emoji place. Yes, I just said thumbs up emoji. It means that you're in the judgment-free zone. That's $10 a month. Join in club or online at planetfitness.com. The world judges. We don't. Planet Fitness. Be free.
2 Lincoln locations, just east of 27th and Folkways and 48th and Van Dorn.
Annual membership fee applies. Participating locations only. See club for details.
T.O. Haas Tire and Auto.
T.O. Haas Tire reminds you there's still plenty of summer left for one more long weekend, one more day in the sun, or one more getaway drive down your favorite road to enjoy one last stretch of summer. And we're here to help with up to $100 back on a new set of Michelin tires, including the all-new Cross Climate 2.
T.O. Haas Tire and Auto, a tradition of trust.
Your home should not be a zoo to unwelcomed animals. Let the experts at Bats to Rats take care of those problems. Dane has been a leader in wildlife and pest management and prevention in Lincoln and the surrounding area for 15 years. He can help you get rid of bats, rodents, and anything else. Whether it's residential or commercial buildings, schools, apartments, or churches, they're always a phone call away. Call today at 402-310-0904 or visit batstoRats.com. Bats to Rats Wildlife Control and Prevention.
You're listening to One on One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I think we're on.
Joe, get over. Look, what you've done, what you put in front of us.
Should I get the camera on this? Yeah, let me do this real quick.
Let's
do this.
This is not
That's
even
what people
fair.
see this right now.
This is not
you
even
seeing that?
fair.
Look at that.
Right? Like,
look at that. If you aren't watching on the stream, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, look what DP is putting in his mouth from this delicious food we have here at the Mercado. That was beef bacon. Beef bacon.
See, I told y'all how this was going to go down. I'm in my head. I'm cursing at Joe because this is that good. Like, this is the thing you just go, look. Shut up. That's amazing. That is amazing.
I think lost the stream. All right. What's amazing here is we'll get it back. What's amazing, he said steak trim hot dog.
Yes.
And I said, what does that even mean? He said it comes from a steak. They trim it. From 11-ounce sirloin, whatever's left, you make into a hot dog, basically. You ever heard of a hot dog from steak?
Like, this is the best thing I've had all week, and it's not even close. That was like Like that bacon's so good, you should be ashamed of putting it on a sandwich or a burger. Like you should just it's bacon day, and that's all we're gonna do is eat this bacon. Good heavens, man!
It was, yeah.
I'm gonna send the video of him explaining all this.
Yeah.
And it is. He can post it and share it, but man, look, this is a cheat code. This is a cheat code. Like, I can tell Jay Foreman, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry you weren't here. But this would be the best way. This would be like Fatty for a Natty, sponsored by the Mercado.
Right.
Like it'll be good fatty though. This is so good.
I don't know if I've ever I like hot dogs. I like brats, but what I just bit into, and that bacon also, I mean, this stuff, it sells itself. Like
this double cheeseburger has a voice, and it's like Salma Hayek, and it's calling me. It's calling.
And look at this, guys.
It's
Check that out.
calling me.
I seen it. If you're on the stream, when I tipped it last time, I took the camera off. Here we go. We're back. We got the hamburgers. He said that's 12 ounces. We got 2 6-ounce patties. So we got 12. Well,
come on.
3/4 pound. 3/4 pound.
Come on. Like I would like the bacon grease would be my friend.
We got. I'm gonna show it to the camera. You see, I'm gonna show this.
Yeah.
Here. This is.
We can move this camera.
This is part right here on the stream. This is part of a steak trimmed hot dog. You ever heard of it? I had neither, but I just tried it. And it's incredible.
Like again, I'm trying to let you know that when they tell you that steak and hot dog, like you're going to do that, this is unfair. And my apologies for you guys not being here, but you have time to get here because
holy crap,
this is like, like
gee, many Christmas. So are we in heaven now or what? You said,
oh my God,
you said this was like heaven. I think we're sitting in heaven.
This is so good. This is like look. He said, "Listen, fatty for the natty."
Here it is.
Here it is, man.
This is for the natty right here.
Oh my goodness gracious. Okay,
that was ridiculous.
They are doing their thing, man. This is so good. So, Jay Foreman will join us in the 5 o'clock hour. He's still down at the stadium. He's got stuff he's got to take care of. But you and I will carry us through.
I'll keep rolling.
Yeah, we'll keep it through until there. The coach, Barry Thompson, will join us at 5 o'clock, break down the Huskers, break down what he feels like the Huskers offense can do against Illinois. And they've got some points of attack. They're wide open. Barry will break down the 15 areas that you can attack and the 11 that the Illinois can cover and the ones that they cover well because they don't cover all 11 of those well. Nebraska's got some areas to attack. Barry Thompson will give them to us. We'll do that at 5 o'clock. And then Jay Foreman will get us through the rest of the show. But Jay Foreman's going to be mad.
Yeah, I think he's like, you guys had what now?
He's going to be mad. Oh, and then Kevin Myers is going to join us at 4:30 and add to this wonderful buffet a plethora of goodness. A plethora. Jake, would you say this is a plethora of goodness?
I think that we've been spoiled. Spoiled already and spoiled to come.
This is amazing. I'm going shopping. I'm going meat shopping. We'll throw it to break. We'll have the old school top of the hour. I'm going meat shopping.
Experience an increased body fat, low sex drive, lack of energy, or general fatigue?